Yo, what's up, guys? So, out messing with the Grom today. Since the last video that I've made, I have made a few changes to the Grom. Most notably, I got new injectors in it now. Changed the gearing. So I ended up I dropped 2 teeth in the rear, and then I picked up 1 tooth in the front. So cumulative is around maybe like 5 teeth. Yeah, so the original gearing was actually a 14-tooth front with a 32-tooth rear. I actually just ended up going to a 30-tooth rear and then a 15-tooth front. So that's how because theoretically, 1 tooth up here equates to 3 in the back. And then if you add the other 2 that I took off the back, that's cumulative, like 5 teeth being removed out of the equation. So made a pretty noticeable difference. I'm still trying to decide on whether I want to keep it that way or not, because I really do not want more mile per hour on this thing. Initially, I thought I did, but the more I started thinking about it, it's like, you know what? I probably shouldn't reach for 150 miles an hour on this thing. Luckily, since I do have the Moto Gadget PDM, it records all of my trips that I take on this thing, and it always records what route I take, what was the highest mile per hour for the trip. And I actually managed to get this thing up to 133 miles an hour on the freeway the other day by accident. I was actually taking a log because I am still tuning the bike, because I just put new injectors in it, because this thing, it will be set up for flex fuel. I think I showed you guys in my last video that you can actually see the flex sensor right there. See how it's in line with the fuel line? It's behind this panel right here. But I got new 91 pound injectors in it. The stock injectors are 45 pounds. So it actually runs somewhat good with these injectors. There are a little bit of quirks that I still have to work out with it, but for the most part, I have been driving it around a little bit. Obviously, you guys know I put the new exhaust on it. Worked out a new Insta360 mount. The thing that sucked about this is this actually would always slide back on me. So what I did as a last resort, I actually put some grip tape on there, and it seems to hold pretty steady now. So that's just a tip for any of the other motor vloggers that watch me and also use the same type of clamp mount for the Insta360, because the vibration would make this thing rotate backward, and then it just gets all the angles all off and stuff. I noticed a few people were talking about my brake line. Yes, this is temporary. I had to pick this up local because I ended up having a mishap with my rear brake caliper mount, and that's another story. So this is a temporary line. I actually got to order a new line from Steady Garage, which is like the perfect length. So that's not staying on there. That is not my intention to leave it like that either. But for the most part, this thing is running pretty good. I am on 1 radiator right now. I know everyone's going to say, dude, how are you making this $11.99 work with that small ass radiator? So normally I have 2 of these. These are a CBR 300 radiator. The reason I opted for this is because it fits between the fairings perfectly. So this was kind of just more so as a placeholder, because I do plan on putting a custom radiator on this bike. So what I'm thinking right now is to actually just have a core made that's about this width, but I also have room to come down about another 4 inches. And then I'm going to put some really massive end tanks on here to get a lot of water volume in the system. The crazy thing is that I had to take the lower radiator off because that ended up springing a leak. So I'm waiting on that to come in the mail. It does decent when I ride with the 2 radiators. It'll stay cool all day, but I really don't like the look of the 2 radiators. It looks kind of Mad Maxy to me. So I am working on a new single radiator design with the big end tanks. Believe it or not, this one actually works pretty well because the weather has gotten a little colder out now. So as long as I'm, moving, it'll stay pretty cool. It'll stay around like 201, which is pretty common for these 1199 engines. These engines do run pretty hot. So that's a fact. And this actually the reason why I had to, for one, they run hot from a coolant temperature perspective, but they also give off a lot of heat because of this rear cylinder right here. So this is not staying, the wrap, none of that stuff. I'm actually getting the pipe ceramic coated when riding weather is completely over. So I just don't want to waste time doing that right now. So the wrap is kind of like a temporary solution. Me personally, I don't like the wrap at all because it tends to corrode the pipes from the inside out. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it for right now. So this right here, this is actually why I had to cut this. I really did not want to do that, but it was just getting so hot in this area right here, and that probably won't be remediated until I get the pipe ceramic coated. Got the headlights working now. I ended up taking this light apart because I really do not like any of the aftermarket options for the Gen 3 Groms. They're kind of ugly in my opinion. Nothing looks better than the stock light. I actually like the Gen 2 Grom light a lot better than this one, but I ended up, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, now you can see it. So I ended up ordering some LEDs off of Amazon. 2 rows, one set for the high beam and then one set for the low beam. They're $30 for a roll of 36 feet of these LEDs. It's probably like the same brightness as stock, because the stock lights, it's just not a cut and dry apply 12 volts and ground to them, because they use some type of like voltage divider circuit. They have a bunch of stuff going on with the stock LED boards and these headlights. I'm just getting everything wiped down, getting all the fluids filled, and then I'm gonna actually take this thing for a ride. This video is kind of like a interim video, because I do have a video of me converting this thing to E85 or flex fuel, because I'm not going to run that 100% of the time, because I basically just want to be able to fill up on the fly whenever I can find E85. It's not 100% dependent on E85. That's the reason for the flex sensor, because basically if I could fill this thing with half 93, half E85, and the sensor will monitor it and it'll automatically make the fueling table changes on the fly. So as long as you could just put E85 in the tank, that's all you got to worry about. The ECU would do the rest. So that's the setup that I'm going after, because E85, it does make a difference on these bikes, especially the higher compression motorcycle engines. You know, it could be a gain up to like almost 10 horsepower by going to E85 from the results that I've seen. So I'm gonna actually get geared up, and then I'm gonna take this thing for a spin. We got an area with some pretty nice windy roads, and I've always wanted to take the bike down there, so you guys can come ride along with me. So let me get ready, and then let's go. Oh. Alright, so yeah, this thing is staying pretty cool, but you gotta remember it's like it's like 60 degrees out right now, but it hovers like at 203 cruising, which is completely normal for one of these Ducati 1199s. I mean, I'm using a single CBR 300 radiator, for Christ's sake. So I mean, I don't think I can ask for much more. I mean, it does even better when I have both radiators hooked up, but like I said, I'm still waiting on that second one to come in the mail so I could just, you know, run it temporarily until I tear this thing down for this season. So I gotta get some gas. So let me fill up and hit the road again. I might actually go down that one windy road I was telling you guys about. Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Oh, that's nasty. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It's a Ducati Panigale disguised as a Grom.
Oh, dude, that's nasty, bro.
Appreciate it.
Woo.
It's like perfect riding weather today.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a little chilly, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah, yeah.
We gotta get out while we still can.
Definitely.
I feel like we only have a few more of these days left, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like clockwork. Come on, let's go. If I don't mind so myself. Had to clear the throat a little bit. Oh. these roads are amazing back here. I gotta be careful on how much I come to a standstill on this thing though, because it does heat up. You know, if I come to a stop for a while, but it'll cool down instantly. You know, once I get moving again. Man, it would be cool to live over here. I like this elevation, and just like every house looks different too. Wait till you guys see the freaking two-step on this thing. I hooked up the two-step the other day. It is fucking retarded. Or, you know, I might have to bleep that out. But it's nuts. The two-step on this thing is crazy. Let me take this road down. This thing has so much torque. Like, I went down 5 teeth. Like, do you understand how massive that is? I went down 5 teeth. And this thing is like still... I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but when I get on it like that, it's going sideways. This is another cool road right here. I should ride here at night. Woo! See how that torque? Look at that! Look at that torque! Look at that torque! That torque! That muff torque! Man, I wish I would have rode the Turbo YZ down here. such a cool area to ride a bike. Got the nice gear indication all reading right now. This thing is just coming together, guys. Oh, stop. Ah. Thought that was a raw turkey in the street. About to say, like, the fuck? Never gets old, dude. So much fun. So much fun. It's crazy too because like originally I wanted to put the $12.99 in here, but every single $12.99 I was finding on eBay, they all had issues. And luckily the $11.99 that I got in here now, I picked this up local, so I didn't have to deal with shipping or any of that type of crap. So dude was like literally like 15 minutes away from me. So, but the thing. The nice thing about it, I think the $12.99 and the $11.99 are modular, so I think, like, say for instance, if I wanted to put a $12.99 in here, I think it would literally just be like an unbolt and swap in. Because I just wanted to go stupid all the way when I first decided to do this swap. So. Good torque, good strong torque. It's kind of crazy too, because I was looking at a dyno video of like the 1199 L twin, which I have in here. Because a lot of people think I have the V4. I do not have the V4. I have the engine before the V4. It's the 1199 Super Quattro. So it's a big, basically big L twin configuration. Think like 4.5-inch bore, short stroke. But these motors make so much more torque than the V4. The V4 gets it in the horsepower category because it revs out higher, but this motor makes, I think it's like 105 foot-pounds of torque. It was one guy I was watching him. I think his name is 650 Eve. I think he was dynoing his bike. And the dude did a back-to-back with the V4, and then he did the 1199 after. They were both 650 Eve's bikes, but the 1199 made so much more torque. And I think I would probably lean more to having the higher torque because it makes for a funner street riding experience. So that's just me personally. This thing is just nutty, dude.
That thing is sweet. Woo! That was a good ride. That was a good ride. This weather is perfect. You know, I'm just doing street bike things. Just grabbing savvy sliders on the 1199 Grom. Oh man. Alright guys, so this will be a wrap for the video. Definitely be on the lookout because I will be dropping actually 2 videos after this. I'm going to show you guys how I set the 2-step up on the Grom, and then I'm also going to show you the whole conversion process, how I got this thing set up for flex fuel and ready to run E85. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow the Instagram. Go follow the TikTok. I'll leave everything in the description. And then yeah, just be on the lookout for the next video. Appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, ride safe. Peace.